What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Invade, and we are back again with another video for NBA 2K24. My boy Mike Wing and 2K in general has dropped information on Pro Play and what it is and is going to be. They also dropped a developer diary on what is changing in the game and what to expect for NBA 2K24. Now, if you're like me, you don't like reading, but I got to do all the reading for you guys. So I'm going to kind of summarize all the big things that are changing in this game, drop some pictures in the video, and you guys are going to be able to see it as I'm talking about it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. I also dropped a developer diary I guess website link in the description, so if you guys want to go and read it for yourselves, it's a long one. There's also some videos that you guys can see as well. There's some long ones, and you can just go through and read the whole thing and see what you think about it. But like I said, leave a like, leave a comment, and leave a sub. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing that pops up in there is new animations. Okay, now new animations are going to be every aspect of the game receives a new added layer of realism that's visible in every moment and interaction. So it's gonna change jump shots, it's gonna change dunks, it's gonna change layups, dribble moves, pass animations, and signature movement, offense and defense. So that's good that Pro Play is going to be messing with a lot of that stuff. You guys can see in the trailer as you're watching it that it really is going to make it to where the stuff that is happening in real game or IRL in real life, that some of the stuff that you can do with the best players will now be happening in the game. Hopefully, they didn't say that it's going to be affecting like animations in general from the standpoint of like this is going to be an animation package that you can get on your My Career player. Well, let's hope that in some of those things that they're really good that you can get some of that stuff, because that'll be really cool to see. The next thing that's going to change, shot timing. All right. Players who play on Hall of Fame difficulty or in the rec or city will be playing with the green or miss shot timing. So that is back for the ultimate challenge. But team control based modes like quick play, my NBA, or my team, that's back to where you don't have to green or miss. You'll have a more forgiving chance. So if you don't green it, you still have a chance to make it. They also changed the shot timing release setting. It's no longer on very early, late, or very late. It's now the shot timing visual cue. Been converted. It's called a shot timing visual cue, and now instead of time based, you can set your desired release point based on certain animation cues like the jump or set point or shot release. Honestly, most people trying to generally use the shot release. I'm thinking that's what people are going to use versus the jump. Adrenaline boost. This was a big thing for a lot of us because a lot of us didn't like adrenaline boost, even though it needed to be in the game because of what dribblers could do. So I understand it, but we didn't want it to be back in the game the same way, and it's not coming back the same way. Adrenaline boosts are back, but have been redesigned to make both offense and defense more engaging at the same time. Offense boosts are no longer lost when pulling dribble combos, which is good because that means that you can literally just dribble and you won't lose it. Giving elite ball handlers much more freedom to create off the bounce, but boosts will disappear every time the on-ball defender can bump the ball handler on a drive. That is big. That is big because now when you go to your left or you try to do your left right, if you get bumped, you lose an adrenaline bar. If you try to go back, you get bumped, you lose an adrenaline bar. That's 2 bars going. You try to do it again, you get bumped, you lose an adrenaline bar, you dead. You're dead. In the video, which you guys, like I said, you guys are gonna have to go and watch that. In the video, Mike Wing literally says for the dribbling part that if you lose your 3 adrenaline boosts, that it doesn't make you move like a snail in the mud anymore, but it severely hampers your ability to make an open shot. So if you lose your adrenaline boost and then you get open and you try to shoot, it's gonna be 10 times harder for you to make the shot because you have no boost anymore. So it's very important to pay attention to what you're doing. We'll see how this affects it from all the elite dribblers. As I try to get better too, we'll see if it affects it. But it's nice that they're changing it to where the defense actually has a shot of doing some things and to make the offensive player now actually feel some pain, I guess you would say. Paint play. Bigs are going to have a lot of fun dominating in the paint in NBA 2K24. You can branch out of any offensive rebound to a putback attempt by simply pressing the shoot button after the catch, which is really cool. So you catch the rebound, and say you got a good animation on the rebound. Instead of coming back down and having to go back up, you can literally just score after you do that, as you catch it. That's really nice. Post fades and hop shots are really effective shots for post players. Strength and weight can definitely be felt in the paint as a high-rated glass cleaner easily grabs boards over smaller players and finish those easy second chance points. We've heard all that before, so I got to see it to believe it, because a lot of bigs will still be missing a lot of easy stuff, but we've all heard that before, so we'll see when the game comes out how that actually feels and how the paint play is in general. Dunking's another one that's changed. For dunkers on new gen consoles, you can now force controllable rim hangs from any two-hand dunk by simply keeping the sprint trigger held down. So as you now do your dunk or whatever, a lot of people did quick drops, you would just hold it on the right stick down, you would hold on to it. Now you don't have to do that anymore. You can just hold the right trigger and you'll hold on to the dunk. Down on the pro stick will give you flashy dunks to get the crowd high, and up or down or up will throw you into a contact dunk. So the same way to do the contact dunks is still the same way, but if you just press down on the right stick, you'll get a flashy dunk. Meter dunks are green or miss on higher difficulties levels, so now you have to be precise to finish off the plays. I wonder if they're saying in the park that it's the same thing. It's green and miss with contact green dunks. We'll have to see. Dribbling. One of gameplay director Mike Wing's favorite elements in NBA 2K24 are the dribble breakdowns. Each player has two versions. Regular breakdowns are done by flicking up on the right analog stick, and aggressive breakdowns are done by flicking up on the right analog stick, with the sprint being held. This will initiate a sequence of signature sides-up moves that you can use to create separation with their own branch out of any time for the explosive drive or other dribble move. That kind of still feels the same, even though they're saying it's two different ones. I can see where they're coming from with that. This year's dribble system features more dribble combos, including signature dribble crosses and hesitation crosses from a standstill or while moving. With Pro Play on New Gen, your favorite ball handlers feel more explosive than ever and have unique signature combos in skates that will put defenders on skates if used properly. Another major addition to the dribbling arsenal is the blowout dribble. Tapping the sprint trigger while moving will give you a quick burst of speed where the ball handler pushes the ball ahead to get out quickly in transition. In the front court, the same mechanic can be used for a quick change of pace to quickly blow by unsuspecting defenders. I think that sounds pretty cool, but I need to see it in action for it to fully understand how that's going to work. So overall, I'm cool with that. I don't think dribbling is going to change too much as far as how things are, except that maybe we'll get a little bit more. Defensive movement has been improved on many fronts with better responsiveness and less sliding. This helps defenders get where they need to be, and with much improved body up system, ball handlers will have a tough time getting free against great defenders. The improved contact can also be felt in the paint. Big defensive anchors will have a much easier time putting a body on shooters' paws at the rim and forcing tough shots. Directional steals are back, giving locks more tools to pester ball handlers. You need to reach with the correct hand closest to the ball and avoid reaching across the body to maximize success and avoid foul calls. That's a little skill gap. You can also use directional steals to play the passing lanes. That needed to happen 1000%. By flicking the right stick in the correct direction to get your hand in the way and deflect the pass. Okay, so you're using the right stick to do the directional steals. Got it. NBA 2K24 features revamped contest logic that puts a greater weight on body positioning compared to previous years. The new system addresses the ghost contest issues in past games and makes the coverage scores line up much closer to what gamers will expect. Blocking requires more skill this year also. It's important to read the offense and wait for the correct time and opportunity to attempt to block. If you're behind the shooter, jumping too early, bodying on fakes, or out of position, attempting a late closeout, you'll quickly find yourself racking up fouls or giving shooters and one opportunities. Understanding when to act, your defensive instincts could play dividends for your team in a pivotal moment of the game. So it looks like there is a lot more skill involved into defense and all of that. Takeover has changed in NBA 2K24 as well. It's not as simple as just picking like a limitless range or the play take or the high flying one or the dunking one, whichever one it is, or the defensive one. You're not picking that anymore. What happens now is that once you get a takeover, a thing pops up and it lets you choose what takeover that you want to use. And the only time that you get to use all of them, I believe, from what I'm reading, is when you get Mamba Mentality, because that upgrades all your stats or whatever is going on. So now they made it to where basically whenever you are in the game, whatever your team needs is where you go into. You can choose that. So if your team needs more defense, you can choose it to more defense. If your team needs more scoring, you can choose to take that, boost your scoring attributes. If you need more passing, if people need help making shots, maybe there's a take for that, like playmaking take. Thing that you can choose that improves your passing or makes your passes get zippier, like stuff like that. So we will see what that actually means in game, but that's another one that's been involved in there as well. Follow me on kick.com/invade, where I will see you guys and we'll be streaming daily. Today I will even be playing NBA 2K23 as I start trying to grow our fan base over there. And I'm starting to get excited because it's starting to seem like we're getting some of the things that we actually really wanted as a community in the game. So I want to see what happens with this game, and hopefully it's good for all of us, man.